What's up, guys? So yeah, this is a continuation from yesterday. After I stopped filming yesterday, I rewatched Mr. Jeff Mackey's video, and basically he puts like a strip of paper that kind of hangs over the top as like a capsule, I guess. And then he puts tissue paper on the bottom, like a wad of tissue paper, and then fills it with BBs, and then puts another piece of tissue paper on top, and then folds the paper over on the top. So this is like the way he made it, and this is my like sort of improvised way of making it. I pretty much did the same thing, except instead of just putting paper squares on the bottom, putting BBs, and then putting new paper squares on the bottom, I made like a let me put the camera down real quick. I made like a cross section of paper. So I made like this with the paper, and then I pushed it in there with like a pencil and tried not to rip it. And then I had pieces of paper sticking out, and then I would put BBs, and then that paper that was sticking out, I would fold it over the top. So this is kind of like one or two pieces of paper instead of little squares pushed in. And I could make a video about how I did it, but it's probably, I haven't tested it yet, so his way might be better. They might not pop apart. I have no idea if mine are gonna break or whatever, like how they did yesterday. So I'm gonna use his first, and then I'm gonna use mine. And then I'm using the same TR68 with the same modifications and everything. Nothing changed. No restrictor in the handle, and no valve block inside the valve up here. So same thing. This was actually staying at like 2000 psi. It's still pretty much right there. So yeah, I'm just gonna air it up, and then I'm gonna shoot the same box, and probably do 1 footstep past my line, because when I did 2 footsteps past, some stuff bounced back at me. I didn't get hurt or nothing, but just don't want that to happen again. So I'll be right back. I forgot to mention, this is the MCS tank adapter. This fits in the handle of the pistol. It fits in a lot of other markers too. Salt Supply S2, a lot of the other T4E Umarex products, 68 caliber and 50 caliber stuff. You can't just straight up thread this into the handle. The threads are different, so that's why they made this. And then these are tank threads, and this is the remote line. This has tank threads on it, so it's going to be like, this is basically just an adapter to go from whatever threads these are to standard tank threads. So I'll be right back. All right, you guys, the remote line is hooked up. Air is in the marker. This little pressure thingy's out. So there's my line. I'm going to take 1 step past that. So here's 1 step, and first shot. This is Umarex Less Lethal Home Defense. This is the way he made his shot shells. So that seemed a lot better. A little bit of this is popping out, but I mean, that's just, I need to make these better. But nothing, it didn't fall apart like how my other ones did. I'm just pressing this paper in so I could feed correctly. So here's my second shot. Yeah, those are way better than the way I made mine. Like everything's staying more concentrated. I don't have like BBs flying everywhere. Like when I made mine, they didn't really come out that great because I just improvised when I made them. I'm just clearing out some of this paper that's in the drum barrel. So here's the third shot, and I'll show you guys the box right now. I just want to take one more shot. Yeah, that's gonna freaking hurt something. Pests or somebody encroaching on you. I don't know if you can get a good joule reading out of like scatter shot like that, because the chrono might not read correctly because it's shooting paper. Here's some of the tissue paper that was wadded up in there. it's shooting paper and it's shooting BBs, and the chronograph can't differentiate between what it's reading aside from whatever is getting caught up in the I'm not sure if it's like radio waves or something that it's reading. So yeah, you can see a lot of shot embedded in there. I flipped the box around, so this had less overall damage to it from yesterday. Yesterday this was the top of the box. I'm gonna take a shot. I'll take, let's see, so I'm right here. I'll take 4 steps away. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is like, I don't know, 12 feet or 13 feet. So another shot. I'll aim kind of high. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. I'll do the last shot. So yeah, that thing will hurt whatever you're firing at. And it's cool because you don't have, I mean, you kind of have like a big spread of shot flying everywhere, so you don't have to be so precise. But if you're trying to hit like a specific area, good luck, because it's just stuff flying everywhere. And I might have to clean this out later with like a little brush or something, because there's paper and tissue stuff in there, like lint. So in there now, I'm gonna try my like crappily made. I took a little bit more time on them, but it's not the same as Mr. Jeff Mackey's. So I'll see if these work, or if they end up popping or something weird. And I think my spring on the barrel came off inside here, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue this this video, because yeah, it's like I said, every once in a while I have weird shit happen with my T4E stuff. So the drum isn't catching. This gear is working fine right here, this little metal stuff that's moving around. If I pull the trigger more, I'm going to shoot. And the barrel, the collar right there, that empty spot with the circle, it's not pressing back. I don't have any pressure coming off of this. So when I put a drum in there and like lock it down, it just kind of like spins. It should be clicking and stuff. It's not clicking. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to keep showing you this, because I had to take this apart and fix it. So that'll be probably tomorrow, or on the weekend or something. I'll use mine, but I know that they work. And this is just another example of when I'm using T4E stuff and it just randomly just decides to not work. And I know I'm not using, you know, shot shells, which are not intended to be used in this, but I mean, if you're gonna do something like this, that can happen. So I'll show you guys the box one last time, and I'll probably just call this video, because I can't fire anymore, and I want to do other things. So yeah, it's all a little shot everywhere. There's a lot of BBs embedded in it today. And on the other side I have some paper, just like loose paper. I'm pretty sure this was my box from some online order I did. I forgot when I made it. It might have been from my discount paintball Tipex. But there's probably BBs in here. Yeah, there's BBs in here. So there's a bunch of BBs in the corner of the box down here that pretty much got stopped by this paper. But I don't want paper and stuff flying all over the place. It's a little bit windy today. I was gonna do some long distance firing again, but this breeze out here, it kind of throws me off, because I didn't complete my sentence yesterday's video. I'm shooting the 3.6 gram nylon balls, which are kind of light, and with the wind, this is the part I forgot to complete my sentence. With the wind blowing, it'll kind of push those balls around, so I'm not getting the most accurate results. I'm just gonna fire this one last time. Actually, I'm gonna turn off the air, so 1 second. All right, you guys, I turned off the air valve. Surprisingly, it's still pretty good. Like, it's barely under 2,000. In the past, I've gotten a lot of air consumption when I shoot these. I'm just gonna fire this. There's nothing in it. Also, the barrel spring is busted, I'm assuming. I'm shooting this right now. So yeah, maybe it looks like my barrel spring might have popped back because that little collar is protruding out now. I'm gonna press on it with my finger, and yeah, let me mess with this really quick. All right, I don't know if there's like tissue, like little lint stuff stuck in the barrel, like on the spring and stuff, causing it to not want to cycle or whatever properly. So I'm gonna try my rounds. If it doesn't fire, you know, whatever, I'll just fix the take this apart and fix it. I'm gonna put on my backpack and stuff. All right, so yeah, like I was saying, yeah, every once in a while I just have weird stuff happen with these, but I'm not using it the way they intended, so that's partly like my own fault. But yeah, when I do long distance shooting and I'm using lightweight rounds, the wind kind of pushes them around a little bit, so I can't really do that today because it's kind of breezy up there. So that worked, and my rounds didn't fall out, but the paper did kind of come loose a little bit, so I'm gonna press that with my finger just a smidge so that it sort of fixes itself, because if I keep shooting, it's gonna end up getting caught up in between the barrel and that collar and stuff. So here we go, second shot. So yeah, it's holding up, it's working. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm gonna try shooting, I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it because I'm just using a phone. Pretty much all my videos I'm shooting on a phone. I'm gonna shoot toward those lemons that I'm pointing the camera at, see if you can see any random like debris flying everywhere. You could definitely see a scatter of dirt and stuff. Let me zoom out a little bit. Maybe it'll come up better. I'm just gonna shoot, I'll shoot toward that lemon that the barrel is pointing, like right above the white part of the front sight is touching that lemon. I'm gonna shoot that. So yeah, you could probably see that little dust cloud. So this is back in business. Just had a minor random barrel thing. I'm probably still gonna look at it at some point in the future. I don't use this too often. I probably should more because it is pretty powerful. It's just really big. This would be a good like home defense option versus like throwing it in your truck or something like that, because it's just really big. It is really big, but it has a lot of power. So it's a cool little marker. It's just sometimes stuff happens with mine, at least. So yeah, I might have to just put some oil or something on this. It's kind of pushing back, but it's not how it used to be. So it must be all that tissue lint and stuff stuck in the barrel and like inside the shell. So anyways, guys, that'll be it for this one, and see you next time. I forgot to show you guys the box now, because it's been shot so many times with these sort of improved BB shot shells. So there's a lot of little BBs stuck in it, and like there's like 5 or 6 right there, and like 4 down here, and 1 or 2 up here. So BBs themselves, since they don't weigh that much, they only weigh like 0.3 grams. The steel ones, steel BBs that most everybody uses, the copper ones are pretty much the same exact thing, except from what I've read, copper BBs, they have a super fine layer of copper, and that super fine layer of copper, like plated, is plated on top of steel. So you're essentially buying the same thing, unless you can actually find, like, because copper is expensive now, unless you have some random copper BBs from the 80s or the 70s or maybe the early 90s. They're probably, if you buy copper BBs in any store today and it's like new product, unless you know something about that company and they're 100% committed to giving you copper, you're probably just getting steel coated, steel BBs with copper coating on it, like copper plate on it. I'm not sure exactly how that works. They probably just dip it in some sort of chemical bath and plate them in a super fine layer of copper. That's just what I've read. I'm not sure. I don't have copper BBs. Everything I use calls for steel BBs, and I feel like if I was to actually get a random package of copper BBs that are actually copper, they'll probably just bend and jam, and then I'll be taking apart stuff. But yeah, this thing, shot shells work. This is still pretty high. I'm probably going to use this on the Tip-X next, this HPA tank. I still need to do heavy ammo shooting with the Tip-X, and yeah, that'll be it for this one. So see you next time.